Hello everybody and happy 2022. I'm recording this on New Year's Eve afternoon, December 31st, 2021, but I will post this on New Year's morning. So those folks that didn't celebrate the New Year too much and maybe are up by 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever, can watch it. Of course, it's not a stream, it's just going to be recording that's uploaded, so you can really watch it whenever you want. We are at the final game of Series 2, Arizona and Cleveland. This is Series 2, Matchup 5, Game number 1, played April 17th, 2015. It is game number 20 out of 270. And then, of course, the rest of the Series 2 will be played offline. This is the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Cleveland Indians. So since the American League team is at home, we will be using the DH. And we are at the number 4 starters for both teams. So for the Cleveland Indians, they will send right-hander Trevor Bauer to the mound. He is 11-12, 4.55 ERA and 30 starts. For the Diamondbacks, they will send right-hander Josh Colementor. And Colementor was actually the opening day starter in 2015 in real life for the D-backs. But in our little world here, he's the number 4 starter because he had such few starts. He's actually got a relief rating as well. He's 4-6, 3.79 ERA and 12 starts with 1 save. All right, let's look at the cards for both teams and see what's going on with their statuses. See if anybody's injured or whatnot, if there's any roster changes. For Cleveland, there are no roster changes, but I do have the pitcher injury check numbers there all ready to go. For Arizona, there's a minor injury. Tuffy Gosowicz, their starting catcher, was injured yesterday in the final game of Series 1, which was on April 16th in our world. So today, he is injured for this game only, April 17th. Now, he is the only backup catcher to the starter or to the guy that's got to catch now. So if the starting catcher, Jordan Pacheco, gets injured in this game, I will bring back Gosowicz to come in and play in emergency. But they prefer to let him heal up all the way. So we'll look at our starting lineups for today's game. And the rest roll, Yosmani Tomas had to rest for the Diamondbacks, who are 1-2. So their lineup's going to be Inciarte, Peralta, Goldschmidt, Pollock, Lamb, Trumbo, Owens, Pacheco, and Ahmed, with Colementor the starter. The Indians got a bad break, I guess you want to call it, when their rest roll, all 3 guys that had to be checked had to be rested, Perez, Aviles, and Bourne. So I did a little bit of shuffling with their lineup. We got Murphy in the leadoff spot. I had been using Bourne, but Murphy's in left, Kipnis, Santana, Brantley, Ramirez, Moss, the DH, Gomes, Chisenhall, and Jerry Sands gets a start for the first time in right field. But again, that's because of the rest rolls. So really the only guy that's available that I could have started was Ryan Rayburn. He's the only one that does not need rest that did not get a start. He only had 173 starts on the season, so I thought this would be a good time to plug in Jerry Sands. Jerry Sands, 123 at-bats, so he's got to get some at-bats sometime, so he's in there. All right, we are ready to go. Bring the dice tray in and get this show on the road, as they say. Again, Happy New Year to all. Hope 2022 is a good one for everybody. And, of course, this afternoon, Strat-O-Matic just announced that the seasons that are going to be coming out in a couple of months, usually in mid-February, I guess it is, about 6 weeks away maybe, will be the 1947 season and the 1986 season, which I know Met fans are ecstatic about the 1986 season. I've already got 1986 in the advanced version. Don't know if it's worth the, because I paid a lot of money for those for Moonlight Graham a couple of years back. Those are the original 1986 cards, so I'm kind of torn whether I want to get the updated versions or not. I've got 1986 in other games like Payoff Pitch and Status Pro and games like that. So, and I've got, like I said, the original 1986 in Strat, so it may not be worth the upgrade. 47 sounds very interesting because I do like the older seasons, and I don't have anything from, the only older season I have really is 41, And after that, the next oldest is 61. So I've got a 20-year gap. I'm sorry, I do have 1955. So I do have a 14-year gap there. So I would like to plug that in with 47. I did not get 49 because 49 doesn't do anything for me. But 47, definitely Jackie Robinson's first year sounds interesting. Okay, Trevor Bauer finishing up those warm-up tosses. And he will be facing the right fielder, Ender Inciarte. I'll do these one at a time, I guess would be better. Inciarte will start things off. And again, this is only game 4 for each team, so they've only played 3 games. So not enough stats to generate to, put out what their average is right now. It's kind of irrelevant at this point. Probably will do that maybe once they get about 15 games in, or at least 10 games in, I think is the minimum. So maybe by the time we hit to Series 4, I'll do that. We'll see. Right now, Trevor Bauer finished facing Ender Inciarte. 3-8 for Inciarte, and that's a base hit. So Inciarte has been hitting the ball well, despite the team not doing well. He's been doing very well. He's an A stealer. So if we start out as an A stealer, he starts out initially with a 15, of course, being held makes him a 13. Then to catch your arm, Yan Gomes checks in as a -1. So it makes it a 1 to 12, but it's better than 50-50, so I think they're going to take a chance and send him 1 to 12. And he's in there. Stolen base for Inciarte. And the D-backs might have something going. He will have to be held at second base. That'll bring up the left fielder, David Peralta. Peralta, another lefty against Trevor Bauer. 4-5, and that's a strikeout. So Trevor Bauer gets the K. 1 down. Keeps the runner at second base with no advancement for Goldie. Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. 1-8 for Goldschmidt, and that is a single 2 stars. And that gives the D-backs a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. RBI single for Goldschmidt. He is an A stealer. I think we're going to hold him there. They're going to be held on, but I think we're going to let Pollock swing away. If it gets to 2 outs, we might send him. But right now, we're going to let Pollock swing. 2-11, that's a 1 to 12 home run chance. On a 1 to 12, it's a 2-run bomb, and Trevor Bauer will not be happy. It is gone. Trevor Bauer just blowing a gasket as he has taken the ball that the umpire has given him after the home run and thrown it into center field, into the stands. But it is 3-0 D-backs here in the top of the first. Somewhere Tribe fan is not happy. Or Cleveland baseball fan. I think that's what his new name is. To me, he's Tribe fan. I don't go with all that political correct stuff. Here's Jake Lamb. 3-10, struck him out. And for the record, I do have more Native American blood in me than Elizabeth Warren, so it's not like I'm completely out of the loop here. But it doesn't bother me a bit. Here's Mark Trumbo, DH. 5-4, and that's a ground ball shortstop X. Shortstop is Ramirez, Jose Ramirez, and he checks in as a 3 at shortstop. 3 and a 1, that's going to get through for a base hit. So Trumbo sneaks it through for a 2-out single. E stealer, he will not be held. I'm holding C and above only, unless otherwise noted. Special occasions I might hold a D, but most times it's going to be C and above. Here's Chris Owens, second baseman. 3-4, struck him out to end the inning, finally. But the Diamondbacks put up 3 on the board against Trevor Bauer, and they have given Josh Coleman a 3-0 lead to work with. Let's see what he can do against this Indians lineup that is a little bit, losing 3 of their guys, at least 2 of the stars. Avili's not really a starter, but Bourne and Perez are starters, so 2 of their starters are out in this game. So that's going to bring up David Murphy. Murphy is in left field. 6-4. That's a fly ball to right. 1 away. Colementor escapes some trouble there. Column 6 is not good for him, but against lefties, but he managed to avoid the 3 and the 5 and the 6, which would have really been trouble. Here's Kipnis. Whoop, that white die did not go through. You couldn't see it on the thing, but the red die went through the hole, and the white die came out the other side on the front. So we're going to redo that. 4-9, and that is a fly to left. 2 down. Cole Minter has escaped 2 lefties. Now he's got to face another lefty. Switch hitter Carlos Santana, first baseman. 6-4, and again he found that column 6, but the same roll, 6-4. So living dangerous on the edge, but Cole Minter puts down the Indians 1-2-3. And here's Trevor Bauer. Has got to recover from those 3-run first. And here's Jordan Pacheco, not normally the catcher, but Gosowitz is, but he's the backup. But since Gosowitz is dinged up, we got Jordan Pacheco. 6-7, and that's a ground ball to short. And I am doing these by inning now instead of at bats, so hopefully that makes the score sheet less messy and it's more spread out, so it's easier to read, although my handwriting sucks. Here's Nick Ahmed, not Dick Ahmed, but Nick Ahmed, 6'5". That's a 1-10 home run chance. He does have normal power, so a 1-10, and Nick Ahmed will go deep. And he does. It's right on the number. There are no, in advance, there is no robbing home runs. So, of course, that wouldn't have happened anyway on the split. You have to have an out chance to be a robbing of the home run, like the number 3 here. When the other chance is a double, there is no robbing the home run. And either way, it's a home run for Nick Ahmed. Nick Ahmed homers, and the D-backs now lead it 4-0. Ahmed hit 9 homers on the 2015 season, so he does have a little bit of pop. And Trevor Bauer just found out all about it. Here's Ender Inciarte. 6-7, and that's a fly to left, out number 2. And that'll bring up Peralta. The good news for Cleveland is their bullpen's well rested. Nobody pitched more than 1 inning in the previous game, so they're all available. Here's Peralta. 3-3, fly to right. That's going to end the inning. But another run is in, and the D-backs looking to start 2022 here in 2015, or in the world here it's 2015, but looking to start the calendar year 2022 in a good start. Try to even their record at 2-2. And that brings up Michael Brantley. I'm going to try leaving all the cards there and see if that works okay. Michael Brantley, center fielder, better in left, but with Bourne out injured, we had to move Brantley to center, where he's a 3 versus a 2 in left. So that kind of hurts them defensively as well. Brantley 3-8, and that's a ground ball to first. Easy play for Goldie, and that's 1 away. Brings up Jose Ramirez. 5-7, switch hitter batting left against Cole Minter. That's a ground ball, second base X. Second baseman is Chris Owings, and Chris Owings checks in as a 3, and if we need it, he's an E6, but he's a 3 defender. 3-14 is probably going to be an out. 3-14 is a ground ball C, which is good enough in this case. Throws over to Goldie, 2 down. Ramirez is retired. Brings up the DH, Brandon Moss. 4-3. That's a fly ball, right field X. That is Inciarte. And Ender Inciarte is a 1 in right field. 1-15, I believe that's good all day long, and it is. That's going to end the inning. So Cole Minter navigating his way through the Cleveland lineup, first 2 innings with no blemishes. And we go to the top of the third, 4-0 D-backs. Trevor Bauer might be on a short leash. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. 2-6 for Goldschmidt, struck him out. 1 down, and here's Pollock, who had the big 2-run homer. First time up. 1-8 for Pollock. That's a single. So Pollock 2 for 2. And he's a double-A stealer. He will definitely be looking to run. As a double-A stealer, he starts as a 17. Being held makes him a 15 because you lose 2 for being held. And then the catcher arm, once again, Gomes is a -1. Makes him a 14. So 1-14, and Pollock will steal it. And he does. Stolen base for Pollock. So he's in scoring position. He will definitely have to be held. And Jake Lamb, the batter. Five, 4. That is a ground ball shortstop X. Shortstop in this case is Ramirez. He's a 3. 3 and a 15, I believe, is a good play. 3 and a 15 is a ground ball C. So that's good enough. The runner will advance, though. Even though it was hit to short, he will advance. So Pollock will scoot over to third base with 2 down. And now it's Mark Trumbo's turn. See what he can do. He singled his first trip. 2-6 for Trumbo. He's going to ground it right back to Bauer, and that's going to end the inning. So Bauer escapes further trouble. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 favor of the Diamondbacks. Cole Minter back out. We're facing Yan Gomes. 6-8 for Gomes, and that's a fly to center. So 1 away. Make sure. Yep, everything fits in there. Okay, make sure the bottom is. Wanted to make sure the bottom of the score sheet didn't get cut off. All right, here's Chisenhall, third baseman. 5-3 against Cole Minter, and that is a fly ball left field X. Left fielder is Peralta, and Peralta checks in as a 3 in left field. 3 and a 2, that's going to be a base hit. 3 and a 2 is going to be a double. So the first hit of the game is Lonnie Chisenhall. First hit for the Indians, I should say, is a 1-out double for Lonnie Chisenhall. Chisenhall will not be held at second base. And here's Jerry Sands, gets his first, I think this is his first appearance in the league, period. First at bat. I don't think he played in the first series. 6-9, and that's a fly to left. No ballpark effects to worry about. 2 down. Super advanced, he would have had a chance, but not here. 2 down for Murphy. 4-3, and that's another fly ball right field X. See if Inciarte can do better. Or actually, Inciarte is the one that did okay. It was the... No, it wasn't. He was a 1. It was the other guy that didn't get it. The left fielder, Peralta, didn't get it. Inciarte is a 1, so we'll see if he gets it. And he does. So Inciarte puts it away. And that's going to do it for the Tribe. A 1-out double by Chisenhall goes to waste. We go to the fourth. Still 4-0. Trevor Bauer back out. We'll be facing second baseman Chris Owings, Pacheco, and Ahmed, bottom of the order. 4-9, and that's a strikeout. So he gets a strikeout there of Chris Owings. That'll bring up Jordan Pacheco. He can catch, play first, and play third. Not very well at either of those positions, but he can do it. 5-9, and he strikes out. 2 down, and that brings up Ahmed, who hit that home run his first time up off that 6-5 result. 1-9 is off his own card, and he strikes out. So Trevor Bauer strikes out the side in the top of the fourth. So much better result there, but he's got to get his team to get him some runs. If you don't get runs, it doesn't matter if you hold them down now, because you're still down 4-0. You need runs. Here's Jason Kipnis, second baseman. 5-7, and that's a ground ball second base X. Second baseman is Chris Owings. He's a 3 and an E6. 3 and a 1 is going to be a base hit. Can't get it. So 3 and a 1 is the leadoff single for Jason Kipnis. He will be held on as a B stealer, down 4-0. Don't know if you would want to try it, although Pacheco, not very good defensively. He's a +2 arm. So as a B stealer, you start as a 13, -3 for being held as a 10. Then the +2 is a 12. Not enough odds when you're down 4-0. Particularly you got Santana, Brantley, and Ramirez coming up. You want to let them swing. So we will just hold Kipnis there. Here's Santana. 2-7. And ground ball second base A with a plus sign, but Santana's a switch hitter, so second baseman is not responsible for holding the runner. So there is no get through the infield on that. I don't believe, let me double check and make sure, because again, I don't want to mix super advanced and advanced, but I think it's not universal that in advance. I don't think it's universal that it's done that way. Let's see. Let me double check it. Just to be sure, because I don't want to play it incorrectly. Let's see. If the infield is in or runner being held, all right. So runner is being held, but he's not being held by the guy that it's hit to. So the being held part, the guys responsible for holding him are first base and shortstop. So I'm going by that logic that it's not going to get through for a hit. So that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. If I'm playing that wrong, somebody let me know. But I'm thinking the guy is responsible for holding the runner is the shortstop and first baseman with the lefty up. Second baseman is back in his normal position, so he's not holding anybody on. So that's just the way I'm interpreting it. Like again, I said if it's wrong, let me know. I'll fix it. I'll make that notation for next time. Here's Brantley. 1-7. That's a fly to left. That's going to end the inning. So Colementor, 4 shutout frames from Josh Colementor. He's not exactly an ace out there. His ERA was 3.79, so that's not all that bad, but you don't think of him necessarily as being a stalwart starting pitcher. Here's Inciarte. Bauer has struck out 3 in a row. 6-7. Not a strikeout this time. It is a fly to left, though, for an out. So Bauer now has retired 6 in a row, going back to the 3rd inning. So maybe he's settled in a bit. We'll see. Peralta 0 for 2. That's a 1-4, and he grounds it to first. Santana to the bag himself. 2 down. I know a lot of people like to put 3U or U3 on there, but I got this from Diamond Mine Baseball. When I first started scoring games, they use 3G as a grounder, so that's just what I've always done. I've always just stick with it. If I put a U there, it kind of makes me think there's an unearned run involved somewhere, so I don't like to use that U. I'd rather use the 3G, but of course, scoring is its own art form, and there's probably 99 different ways to score a game. So here's Goldschmidt. 6-5, and that's the danger spot for Bauer. That's the same place Ahmed got his home run from. Obviously, Goldschmidt has normal power, so 1-10, and it's going to be 5-0 D-backs. 15, though, it's going to be a double instead. So a 2-out double from Goldschmidt, but at least it's not a home run. Goldschmidt will be held at second base with his good speed, and now it's A.J. Pollock, the batter. He's 2 for 2. He's homered, singled, and stole a base. 6-7, and that's a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. So Bauer actually escapes a little bit there, avoids the home run, keeps the score at 4-0, but his mates are not getting him any runs. So here's Jose Ramirez, third base, or shortstop rather. He will go to third later on, and second later on when Francisco Lindor joins the team. 6-8, and that's a pop out to second base. Called for by Owens, 1 away. Brings up DH Brandon Moss. 3-9, and that's a strikeout. His column 3 is terrible. He needs column 1. His 2 and 3 columns are terrible. He only does well in column 1. Here's here's John Gomes. 5-9. 5-9's a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So we've completed 5 here at, I don't even know what they call Cleveland's. Is it Progressive Field still, or is it called something else? I guess it's Progressive Field. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Haven't paid a whole lot of attention to that, so we'll see. No ballpark effects, so it doesn't matter. Here's Jake Lamb. This is the point of weakness inning for both pitchers coming up right now. 4-10, and that's a fly to right. 1 down as Jake Lamb is retired. Mark Trumbo, the batter. 4-8, and that's a walk. A walk there. And one thing I forgot to write down on the score sheets on my little cards was the injury factor for both pitchers. 6-12 for both. So we have to roll a 6-12 in order to check for injury on either pitcher. Has to be a 6-12. Just noticed I forgot to do that. Trumbo will not be held. Here's Chris Owings. Or Owings. 1-7 for Owings is a strikeout. 2 down. So Bauer's getting his share of strikeouts, but He's also given up his share of knocks. Here's Pacheco, and actually Owens has the hat trick. He struck out all 3 times. Pacheco, 4-6, and that's a ground ball. Second base X. Second baseman is Kipnis, and nobody's being held on, so there's no worry about anything funky. He's a 3. 3 and a 3 as a second baseman. 3 and a 3 is a single 1 star, so that'll keep the inning going. Trumbo takes second with 2 down for Nick Ahmed, and 1 more base runner, and Bauer will be fatigued. Bullpen activity for the Indians as we speak. Here's Ahmed. 1-7, ground ball to short. Nobody's being held on, so there's nothing to worry about there. That's going to end the inning. So I think we're going to cap Bauer at 6 innings. I think that's going to be it for Trevor Bauer. He's going to go 6 innings, face 27 batters. I think it's enough punishment for him. And we'll figure out who the new pitcher is going to be next inning. Might depend on matchups, who's coming up for different teams. But I'm thinking of Ryan Webb. I think that's who I might go to, although the first 2 hitters are lefties. So we could be looking at a lefty reliever. And they have Hagedorn, and they have Mark Chebzinski. So I'm thinking maybe Hagedorn, because I really like to use Chebzinski. He's only had 20 innings, so I want to limit his exposure. So I think it's going to be Hagedorn, but we'll see for sure. Cole Minter, meanwhile, will start the bottom of the 6th. This is his point of weakness inning. He'll be facing Lonnie Chisenhall. 5-4, and it's a fly ball center field X. Center fielder is Pollock, and A.J. Pollock checks in as a 1. Very good center fielder. 1 and a 5 is good all day long as far as I can tell, and it is. So there's 1 away. Cabby has joined me, hoping she doesn't jump on the table, but she's definitely within arm's reach. She might. If she does it in the middle of me rolling the dice, I can't stop it. So hopefully she won't do it. Here's Sands, 110. That's a fly to left, 2 down. A lot of fly ball outs in this game for Cole Minter. I don't know if he's a fly ball pitcher or what, but the Indians have definitely hit a lot of fly balls. Here's Murphy. 6-10, and 6-10's a pop out to first. That's going to end the inning. Cole Minter can now go 7 because he has nothing against his point of weakness. And I cap anybody that has a first start of the season, 7 innings is the most they're allowed to pitch. So Cole Minter can go 1 more inning if need be. All right, for the Indians, it will be the aforementioned Nick Hagedorn. I guess that's how you pronounce his name, Hagedorn. Sounds close enough to me. Hagedorn, his injury check for Hagedorn is a 6-7, so he might run into trouble on that 6-7 roll. You never know. They're hoping that they can get through this without any injury. Here's Inciarte, lefty on lefty, 2-7, and all these hits in column 2, and he found a ground ball to short. And Ramirez takes charge, 1 away. Here's Peralta, another lefty. 112 for Peralta's a low max. Line out to second, but nobody's on base. Simply 2 down. And that's going to be it for Hagedorn. He did his job. He got the 2 guys out they needed him to get out. 2/3 of an inning, 2 innings pitched. You don't want to waste your lefty and burn him out too much when you're down 4-0. You want to kind of spot him a little bit. And now Ryan Webb will be the new pitcher for Cleveland. He's 1-0, 3.20 ERA. He does have a fatigue rating or a pitcher rating of 2, so he could actually probably finish the game if he's effective. So it will be Webb. Try to get the last out, the 7th. And Webb, on his injury factor, is a 6-12. So much less chance of an injury there for Webb. He will be facing Goldschmidt with 2 outs and the bases empty after the 2 lefties were handled by Hagedorn. Goldschmidt. 3-9 for Goldschmidt's a 2-out walk. Goldie will he try to run? You know what? They're going to try to steal him. They're going to try to make a steal. He's an A, which is a 1 to 15. Being held is a -2, makes it a 1 to 13. And then Gomes is a -1 arms, a 1 to 12. So 1 to 12, they're going to try with 2 outs. They're going to try to get Goldie in the scoring position. A 1 to 12, and he's safe. And he's thrown out. So caught stealing this time as Kipnis put on the tag. Nice throw there by Gomes, and the inning is over. So Ryan Webb walks the batter and then gets the benefit of a caught stealing. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's still 4-0 Diamondbacks. Cole Minter will come out. This will be his final inning for sure. And they do have bullpen activity as we speak, just in case he falters. They do have a left-hander. The left-hander they have working is Oliver Perez. And they also have David Hernandez. They got double barrel action just in case. Right now it is Jason Kipnis. And since it's the 7th inning stretch, I'll go ahead and stand up as well and check over everything. Looks like we're at the 31-minute mark. It's not bad. Tabby's behaving, which is good. Here is Kipnis. 6-8. And that's a pop out to second. Cole Minter is just getting it done. Maybe I should have started him opening day instead of De La Rosa. But you'll never know. Here's Santana. I went by most starts for opening day. One of the guys that started the most games. 1-7 for Santana is a 1-7 single. Anything else, he will line it to Owings. And that's snagged by Owings, 2 down. Now Tabby seems fascinated by my little microphone cord, so I got to make sure she doesn't bite onto that. All right, here's that was Santana. Here comes Brantley. 4-4 against the lefties. A ground ball, third base X. That's Jake Lamb. Not that great of a third baseman. He's a 3. He's not bad, but he's an E13. 3 and a 4, though, I do believe will be a base hit. 3 and a 4 is a single. So it's 2-out single for Brantley. And that'll bring up Jose Ramirez. And this may be the last batter for Cole Minter. He doesn't get Ramirez with Moss coming up. I think we're going to the lefty. So here's Ramirez. And now all the guys that rested are eligible to come into play because we're in the 7th inning. So if they want to pinch hit with any of these guys, or Ryan Rayburn, they can do so. 6-8, and that's against the switch hitter batting left. Is another pop out to second. So how about that? Mr. Owings took care of everybody. And that'll do it for Cole Minter. 7 innings pitched, and he faces 23 batters. So very economical in his outing. And now we go to the top of the 8th, still 4-0. Those 3 runs in the first have held up. Now A.J. Pollock will lead off against Webb. He was at the plate when Goldschmidt was caught stealing. 4-0 top of the 8th. 112 for Pollock. That's a fly to right. Super advanced, you'd be looking at a split, but not in advanced. So there's one away for Jake Lamb. 2-4 for Lamb. That's a ground ball back to Webb. Easy play there. 2 down. And that'll send up the DH, Mark Trumbo. That's a 6-11. Webb is a 6-12 for injury, so 6-11 he's fine. Ground ball to third. Handled over there by Chisenhall. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Webb. So he's good to go to finish the game if they want him to do so, and they'll save their bullpen for the rest of the series. And now coming in for the Diamondbacks, in place of Cole Minter, who pitched very well, will be Oliver Perez, the lefty. 2-1, 3.10 ERA, only pitched 29 innings. And he has a relief rating of just 1, so he's in there against Moss, Gomes, and Chisenhall, 2 lefties out of the bunch. But of course, the Indians here in the bottom of the 8th could be looking at doing some pinch hitting, and they will pinch hit for Moss for sure. They're going to bring in Ryan Rayburn. He's much better against lefties than Moss is. So Ryan Rayburn will be on to DH. He'll stay in the game to DH. Stay in the game as the DH, I should say. Against Oliver Perez. And let me check Perez's injury factor. Need to do that very quickly. Perez's injury factor is a 6-11 for Perez. 6-11. So they got to avoid the 6-11. Perez to Rayburn for 3. That's a fly ball right field X. That is Inciarte is a 1. 1 and 18s, good all day long. And a fly to right by Rayburn, 1 down. Here's Yan Gomes, catcher. Gomes is 0 for 2. 6-6. Not anymore. 1 to 9 is a double. 10 to 20 is a single. That's a double for Yan Gomes, a 1-out double. Brings up Chisenhall, but he will be called back. And they will be using Mike Aviles. And Aviles will stay in the game to play third base as well. So Chisenhall is pulled for Aviles. So Aviles will take over as third base. So Mike Aviles, and let's see, Gomes, of course, will not be held as an E stealer. So Aviles, and there to face Perez. Whoop, that one shot the coop. Let's redo that. Suadice, as RJL calls it. 5-8 against a righty, struck him out. So Aviles did not get it done there. 2 down, and now here's Jerry Sands, the right fielder. Got a decent column 2 against lefties. And he found it. 2-7 is a double to left field. So as soon as I said he had a decent column 2, he hits a double. That gets the Indians on the board as Gomes trots in to score. Cuts the lead to 4-1. And now that takes us over to Murphy, the leadoff man. Murphy on the bench. They still have Bourne, who can pinch hit, but he's a lefty. And Perez, he is a righty. Let's see what they want to do. Murphy. Actually, Murphy's the better hitter than any of them, so he'll stay in the game. And they will keep, this will be Perez's chance to keep it going. Of course, right-handed action is in the bullpen in case it's needed. Run on second, Sands. I don't think he's being held. He is not. He's an E stealer. He will not be held. Perez to Murphy, 5-3 against the lefty is a fly ball left field X. That's Peralta. He's a 3. 3 and a 9 might go to an error check as an outfielder. 3 and a 9 does go to his error check. So now we got to look at Peralta, whose error rating is a 3. So pretty good error rating there. E3. Whoops, wrong die. Let's do these. E3 and a 11. That could be trouble though. E3 and an 11 is a fly ball B though. He got a break. So nice play out there by Peralta to end the inning. Indians get the 1. That's all they get though. And that's going to do it for Perez. He's going to go 1 inning. And he's going to face 5 batters. All right, now we go to the top of the 9th. Chris Owings will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. And they're going to keep Webb in there. He's still good to go. He hasn't given up anything. So he's still good to go here in the 9th. For the Diamondbacks, they do have Brad Ziegler. Their closer is loosening in the bullpen. Right-hander Brad Ziegler, I believe, is like a sidewinding reliever. He did have 30 saves on the season. So he is loosening in the bullpen to try to get that save because as of now, it's a save situation. Here's Owings. 1-5. That may change that save situation because 1 to 7 is a triple. 8 to 20 is a double. That is a 15. It's a leadoff double for Chris Owings. And now the Indians may be looking to their bullpen as well. They don't want to have this game get any further out of reach, so we could be looking at a substitute for Ryan Webb. Let's see who they might want to bring in. They're going to bring in Brian Shaw, the right-hander. So Webb will not be able to finish the game out, but they're going to bring in Brian Shaw, 3-3, 2.95 ERA, and 2 saves. So Brian Shaw will be the new Cleveland pitcher to try to keep the game where it is. For Webb, Webb's going to go, let's see, Webb went, he faced 7 batters, and he pitched an inning in the 3rd. All right, so Shaw now, it's his responsibility. Owings will be held at second base because he runs very well. And now Pacheco, going to lead it off, or be the first guy to face Shaw. 1-8, and that's a ground ball pitcher A. That'll freeze the runner. Keep him right where he is. 1 down for Nick Ahmed. 2-5 for Ahmed. 1-7's a triple. 8 or higher, it's just a long fly to left and nothing happens. That's a 1, so that's a triple for Nick Ahmed. He's homered and now he's tripled. And that takes the save situation out of the equation. So Ziegler has sat back down, and they have brought up another pitcher in the bullpen to use to finish the game. So it's no longer a safe situation. They don't want to burn Ziegler. So here's Enciarte. Infield is in. 6-4. It's a fly ball center field B. It doesn't matter about him being in. It's a sacrifice fly to center that will score Ahmed. And that makes the score now 6-1 Arizona. 2 outs, nobody on for Peralta. 2-9 for Peralta, and he grounds to second to end the inning. Damage done, though. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Indians. They're down 6-1. And let's see who's going to come in for Arizona. Like I said, it won't be Ziegler because it's not a safe situation any longer. So they will go to the guy that was loosening earlier, I believe, David Hernandez. He is 1-5, 4.28 ERA and no saves. If he struggles, Ziegler will be back up and ready to go very shortly. But they're going to start with Hernandez and see if he can finish the deal. He's going to be given every opportunity to finish up this game and not have to use any more relievers, but it's up to him and his performance. He'll be facing Kipnis, Santana, and Brantley, heart of the order. Kipnis, Santana, and Brantley. 6-1 rather, Arizona. Bottom of the 9th. 4-6, that's a strikeout for Hernandez against a lefty. So he puts the K on Kipnis, 1 down for Carlos Santana. 3-5 for Santana, that's a walk. So a 1-out walk to Santana. He's a B stealer, but will not be held in a 6-1 game. If they want to have him do a defensive indifference, they'll let him do it based on his running rating. His run rating is a 12. So if we roll a 1-12, he will take second on defensive indifference. A 13-19, he will decide not to go. 20 is going to be out as Arizona throws down. 19, he's got to hold. Almost got thrown out. But he holds. He will not take the defensive indifference. He will hold. Here's Brantley. 4-6, and that's a strikeout against the lefty. So Hernandez, another strikeout. 2 down for Jose Ramirez. Last chance is Ramirez. 3-4, and that is a single to left field. And stopping at second base is Santana. Not going to risk anything down 6-1 when that ball just hit the left field. So first and second, and now one more base runner, and Hernandez will be tired. Rayburn is your batter. He came in and DH for Moss. The only guys on the bench for the Indians, they do have Michael Bourne if they want to bring him in, a right-hander, because Rayburn doesn't do all that well against righties. So they're going to pinch hit for Rayburn with Michael Bourne. So Michael Bourne is in as a 246 hitter. He had to rest this game, but in the 9th he can come in and pinch hit no problem. So Michael Bourne, they want a left-handed bat in there, so they're bringing in Michael Bourne, try to keep the game going against Hernandez. 5-6, and that's a 1-8 single. Anything else, the game is over. 1-8's a single. 20, it's a line out to first, snagged by Goldie, and the ball game is over. The Diamondbacks even their record at 2-2. Indians fall to 2-2 with a 6-1 victory. Don't remember seeing any errors in the game. I'll have to double check it later in the computer. Let's check. The winner is Colementor. He is 1-0. Loser is Bauer. He is 0-1. There was no save, and I forgot to even bring in Hernandez. I forgot to even write him in there like I should have. He went 1 inning and faced 5 batters. Shaw went 1 inning and faced 4 batters. All right. Let's check the hits for the Diamondbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got them for 10 hits unofficially. And for Cleveland, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got them for 6 unofficially. So unofficially, till I put it in the computer, we've got Arizona defeating Cleveland in Series 2, Matchup 5, Game 1 by the score of 6-1. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for Cleveland. Coleman, the winner, 1-0. Bauer, the loser, 0-1. And both teams are now on an even 2-2, as they've got 2 more games to play in matchup number 5, series number 2, before they move on to series 3. And that's going to do it from here, as this game is now complete and we're ready to go into 2022. Of course, like I said, I'm recording this about, I don't know, about 3 or 4 o'clock on a New Year's Eve afternoon. Got off work a little bit early for the New Year, so had a chance to do this while I had the house to myself. So got that in, and again, want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Strat-O-Matic style or any other game you choose to play. The important thing is to be safe this New Year's Eve. If you are one to go to parties and whatnot, please be safe and get back safely so that you can enjoy the hobby in 2022. So that's going to do it from here. Until next time, final score again, Arizona 6, Cleveland 1. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all in 2022 down the road.